Okay, here we go again. Back out from a walk. Elixir for the soul. And it really is. I'm just looking at the trees there. The leaves are starting to turn yellow. Yeah, here's some nice crunchy autumn leaves there. There we go, some sound effects. Yeah, so that's the sound of autumn, but we're not quite in autumn yet. Hovering between summer and autumn at the moment. The sun's still got a nice bit of punch behind it. A mild day with a warm sun. Lovely bright blue sky and fluffy white cumulus clouds. I love September, my favourite month, as I've probably said before. So today I wanted to talk about, is there a relationship between having a characteristic whereby you really hate being told what to do and the want to push back against tyranny, to provide resistance against tyranny? Because I think there is, and I say this because, you know, apart from, as I've talked before, when I got lulled into the psychosis for just a couple of weeks in April 2020, apart from that, you know, I've questioned all along. I've not followed rules that I thought were immoral, and that's the best word, immoral, and imposed by people who had neither the intellectual or the lawful or the moral right to impose them. But not only that, I've always been someone who hates, absolutely detests being told what to do by anybody. You know, whether it's Sarah, my girlfriend, when I was growing up, parents, whether it's at work, whether it's by government. I don't like being told what to do. I hate it. I hate it. So I'm wondering, is anybody else? Is this resonating with anybody else? And when I say I hate being told what to do, I'm talking about, oh, it's always been done like that, or you must do this because, you know, I've said so, or this is for the greater good, as in the case of the government, you're protecting others. It doesn't matter what it is. I don't like just doing what I'm told to do by someone else. Because what I've learned in life is that when that's the dynamic, usually the thing that you're being asked to do isn't for the good of you. And if it's not for the good of you, then it's not for the good of society. Which is why I'm a passionate advocate for, you know, for debate and for conversation, or organic conversation. And I don't like rules. I understand clearly the need for structures and rules, and I'll come to that in a minute, because we're not anarchists. I understand the need for that, but this constant henpecking all the time, from bureaucrats, from public sector, from government, from media, from celebrities, all the time, it never stops, does it? And I think, well, who are you? How do you know what the greater good is? You don't. No one does. What right do you have? You don't have any right at all. Yeah, I didn't consent to this. I didn't consent to having some jumped up bureaucrat deciding where I can go, what I can do, what I can say, what I can't say, what's acceptable, what's not. No, I didn't consent to that. No. Got no right over me whatsoever. And like I say, just generally in life, I have found that I just don't like being told what to do, because I feel I can figure things out for myself. And I think as a contrarian, and as someone who sees things differently, I know that a lot of people who watch my channel understand this. You know, we call it waking up, don't we? But developing that wider angle perception on life, and that depth and that breadth, see beyond what we can see. You know, we can see that so much of the societal convention is flawed, it's wrong. We can see that rules that are there, some of those rules that are there, need not be there and serve no purpose. We can also see that some of the rules that many people will dutifully follow need to be broken. So I think this awareness of around orders, around rules, around convention, this awareness that there needs to be an awareness and an internal debate and conversation. And for me that manifests in the dead hedgehog on the road there. Unlucky Mr. Hedgehog. For me this manifests in, I can get quite tetchy, I can. And that's something I need to look at myself. When someone tries to tell me what to do, I can get quite defensive, and I need to look at that. Just because I hate being told what to do. I try not to tell others what to do, and I like to think I don't. I hope I don't, because I don't like it as a trait. I don't like bossiness, and I guess that might be why I never really fitted into the corporate world, you know, where in following rules and doing what you're told, you know, brown nosing, all that, being sycophantic. You know, you get into those positions of power where, yeah, you're getting a few extra quid, but you can then tell other people what to do, can't you? Not into all that, me. That's not what life's about. The real, for me, skill in life is seeing through that bullshit. It's taking on those people who are telling you what to do and asking them to justify why it is why do they want you to do something. You know, I'm very lucky. I mentioned Sarah, my girlfriend, before. She's really, really laid back. Really laid back. I love her for it. But she does tell me what to do sometimes. I'll tell her, don't tell me what to do. But she's very laid back, and for me, that trait of just following orders or giving orders, it's really something that's, you know, it's playing out in society at the moment, but it doesn't just play out on a macro level. You know, it's just government giving these ridiculous orders and people just heads down following the rules regardless, or some. You know, you see it, we're a very rules-based society now. Too much. It's overly structured, overly bureaucratic, overly governed by politics. And not only that, I think also maybe I would suggest possibly in terms of just our day-to-day lives as well. I don't necessarily see enough awareness around discussing rules. And it seems that some people literally have no awareness whatsoever that rules that have been decided may have been decided by people not fit to decide rules. In fact, very often the last people in the world that you want to be deciding rules that govern society. And maybe not realising that, you know, that they have more of a stake in society and that they do have the right to disobey rules, to answer back. Don't answer back, that's another one, isn't it? Don't answer back. That's terrible, that. Don't answer back. A child hearing that, you know, you see it, don't you? You see it with parents. Don't answer back. Well, the kid just wants to talk. The kid's just giving his opinion. The kid's probably got something that you can learn from. It's really something that's so integral, essential to what life is and how our society functions and the health of those individuals in that society. It's so integral to it, this idea around rules, systems of governance, and to what extent we are beholden to rules. Who has got the power to issue these rules, and what real authority do they have over us? It's really examining these concepts. You know, obedience and conformity is drilled into us from a young age from various different sources, you know, upbringing, school, media influences, and workplace culture. But we're not just cogs in a machine. We're not just automatons designed to yeah, you can go and earn your wage, go and get your salary at the end of the month, but you just got to go and do what you're told. You're not allowed to have an idea. People like you don't have ideas. That's left to people like us. Or at school. You know, school and university, it's based around rote learning and regurgitated learning, isn't it, really? And I think back to when I was in school, and probably some of what were looked upon as the bad kids were often the ones who had something to say and just felt frustrated. Couldn't fit into the system. So, let me know what you think about what I'm saying here. Is there a relationship, indeed a relationship between those types of people who hate being told what to do and those who are naturally just sceptical about what's being asked of us, as I say, on like a macro societal level with regards to the robbery of freedoms, etc. I mean, as I say, when I say I hate being told what to do, I absolutely hate being told what to do. I think I'm such a libertarian, it runs right through me. I am so passionately a libertarian, and especially in a world whereby libertarianism is not cherished at the moment. I feel almost all the more responsible, so I'm probably a bit hypersensitive to when someone does try and tell me what to do, or, you know, maybe, I don't know, give an opinion when I haven't asked for it. Although I'm sure people would say about me that I'm very opinionated, so that's probably me being a hypocrite there, but I hope you understand what I'm talking about. And I think what will be interesting is, you know, a lot of people now, they're not wearing masks because, you know, our nice old government has said you don't need to wear a mask anymore. You know, it's not compulsory anymore. So a few people maybe took a few weeks to take them off, you know, tentatively take them off. Remember what life was like when we used to show our faces in public. Anyway, now they're not wearing the masks, and that's great. But not if, but when that mask mandate comes back, which it will, they're not going to be able to impose a full lockdown anymore. But there's other control measures at the disposal, one of which is mask wearing. And other things, but mask wearing, just to take that for example. Now, how many people say from the 15th of October, compulsory masks in shops? How many people, not having worn it for 3 months, will just go, all right, and put it on and walk? I'm walking to the shop with a mask on. And why? You know, this really is a kind of like a choke point almost, isn't it? It'll filter through the prism of what I've been everything I've been talking about, if and when the government do reimpose mask mandates. Everything that I've been talking about there, we'll see who understands it and who doesn't. You know? So, let me know what you think about what I've talked about in this video. Do you hate being told what to do? And is there a relationship between that? Are the ones who provide are providing the resistance and the rebellion also the same ones who just generally in life hate being told what to do? Right, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'll speak to you all soon. Alright, bye bye.